Do you think athletes receive special treatment in the classroom?
Yes, I do. Not necessarily in like general classes, but more physical education classes, I really see that.
Do you think that this should be legal?
I don't see why it would be illegal. It's kind of up to the teacher's discretion.
In what ways do you think they receive special treatment?
Well, since I'm not an athlete, I don't really know, but possibly like extensions on papers or homework assignments.
Do you think the sport that the athlete plays makes a difference?
Yeah, I do. I think like a person playing football will get a lot better treatment than someone playing golf.
Do you think that an athlete's more likely to receive special treatment if the team is ranked or doing really well?
No, I don't see how that would affect it.
Do you think that programs give athletes more opportunities to become eligible than traditional students?
Yeah, they have things such as the mandatory study session. Other than that, I mean, traditional students can still go to like the library, use the writing center, but they don't have mandatory sessions.
Do athletes receive special treatment in the classroom?
No, Steve. I think they do. It may not be obvious to some people, but if you really look into them, I think they do receive.
Do you think that this should be legal?
I don't really think it's an issue of legal or illegal. It is against NCAA regulations, but it's not like they are cheating or anything like that.
What ways do you think they receive special treatment?
I think sometimes teachers might be lenient on grading their papers or projects or stuff like that and might give them a little extra time.
Do you think the sport that the athletes play makes a difference?
Yeah, I think football is probably the main one, and then from there it kind of goes down. Volleyball might not get as much as football, and down to the lesser popular sports.
Do you think that they are more likely to get special treatment if the team is doing really well or ranked?
In Division One or the higher ranked, I think that might play into the fact, but in D2 or I don't think it really goes into or is that much of a factor.
Do you think that athletes are given more opportunities to become eligible than traditional students?
Not really. They might receive, like they have mandatory study hall, but other than that, traditional students have the same, they can go to writing centers or tutors or anything like that.
Do athletes receive special treatment in the classroom?
I think most college athletes that are in a top division like D1 competing for a national championship, yes, most of those athletes do get special attention.
In what ways do you think they get special treatment?
Well, like for one, if a regular student misses a test, you can't make it up. And I understand that they're playing it like they miss sports for or they miss tests for game-related reasons, but they can make quizzes up and like tests and colors like, well, I just was gone, like, and they're just like, okay, that's cool, that's fine, go score another touchdown.
Do you think the sport the athletes play make a difference?
Maybe not. The sport probably doesn't make a difference, but the successfulness of a sport probably makes a difference. Like take UNL for example. Like the football team is doing really well this year, so a football athlete is probably going to get more help to pass than an athlete who is on like a team that doesn't have like a long history like the Huskers do.
All right. Do you think programs give athletes more opportunities to become eligible than traditional students?
I don't think programs necessarily do, but I think that the majors that the athletes take make it a lot easier, because most athletes who plan to make it to the NFL don't really ever major in anything difficult, so it's easier to pass your classes. Like there aren't very many college athletes that are taking like A&P and stuff like that.
Do you think athletes receive special treatment in the classroom?
In some points with making accommodations to help them out to be successful athletically and in the classroom, yes, but overall I think majority of the teachers at the college level do a good job of keeping it equal.
Do you think that what sport the athletes play may make a difference?
Yes, I do believe that. I think it depends on how big of the sport it is. If it's one of the sports that win at your school, then I think a lot more of the teachers start paying attention to that and try and help those athletes out as compared to other athletes who are kind of hidden behind the curtain in their program aspect.
So do you think that they're more likely to receive special accommodations and special treatment if the team's doing well during the season?
Yes, I truly do believe that. So.
Do you think that programs and universities give athletes more opportunities to become eligible than traditional students?
Yes, I think that overall from a program perspective and university perspective, they're going to do what they can to help make them successful athletically due to the funds that it brings in and a lot of the reasoning that athletes choose the university or school. And at the same point in time, a lot of athletes who are gifted athletically but not academically, professors and administrators try and help them out, at least get a degree or succeed, like in high school to get a diploma, so at least they're accomplishing something too academically.